Hi Gemini, welcome back to Omkaratarot and to another You versus Them. Gemini, let's see how you're feeling now, how the person connected to your energy is feeling, and what action we can expect in this connection. And Gemini, these are general collective readings, may not resonate with all of you. Please keep that in mind. Take what works for you, leave the rest. So let's begin. Welcome back, all my subscribers, and welcome in newcomers. Gemini spirit. Alright, Gemini newcomers, I'm setting down two sets of cards here. One side will be for you, one side will be for your person, and in the center, I'm going to have your dialogue message cards, mutual energies. If this is your reading, Gemini, you'll know which side you resonate best with. For me, this is going to be person A here, and this is going to be person B. Bottom of okay, bottom of my deck, I have the King of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody is feeling very, very insecure right now because they feel they've lost the trust of their person. It's like this person will never trust me. Now I'm sure they've judged me. I mean, secretly, I do want a second chance with them. I do want to take a leap of faith, but there is a lot of sadness for some past foolish behavior. I feel this person is having a spiritual awakening right now. They are thinking about why the other person probably doesn't even want them back anymore. The other person said, well, I had to move on because they made their stance very clear. They refused to make a decision. They were always pushing me away, or they were never giving to me, or they were never chose me. So I had to start protecting myself. I realized that why should I take all the burden on my shoulders, and carry this forward when they are not willing to participate. So yes, I did take a step back because they were unwilling to, step up and do right by me or for this connection. That's my first thought, of course. I'm going to clarify these cards, Gemini. But before that, let's ask the universe. Spirit, tell me what's going on with Gemini and their person. Why are they both feeling this way currently? Gemini and their person, Spirit. Gemini and their person. The first card here, Gemini says, hiding. Someone is isolating themselves away from the connection. Second card says, soon. Something is happening sooner than you expect. Now, I don't know what to expect. We're going to check out the reading and figure out what's going to happen sooner than we expect. And the third one says, delays. Delays and setbacks were affecting this connection. Someone could make up their mind, they couldn't make a decision, and that affected the connection. Now, I don't know what's coming in soon. Is it for the two of you, or is it for the person who's now stepped back and, taken their power back? So let's start the reading, Gemini. Before I clarify these cards, let's also do your dialogue message cards. Let's see if you guys could say something to each other right now, what that would be, and then we'll clarify the rest. Gemini and their person, Spirit, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Gemini and their person, Spirit. Gemini and their person. All right, let's take a few more from another deck. Gemini and their person, Spirit. Gemini and their person. All right, and we'll take just a few more from a third deck, Gemini, and then we'll start the reading. Gemini and their person, Spirit. Last one. All right, good to go. Let's start the reading. And Gemini, if any of you are looking for personal readings, my email is omkaratarot@gmail.com. You can reach me there. It's there in the description box below as well. So the first card here, Gemini, says, how do I approach you now after all this time? Delays. The nights are so long. I feel stuck. Success means nothing without you. I want to look better first. I should have communicated with you more. Expressing myself was hard for me to do. I wake up with you on my mind. You meant more to me than I could ever tell you or show you. I want to ask you for another chance, but I'm afraid of being rejected. I know that I'm marriage material, and I know that deep down, you know that too. I loved you more than I loved myself. Then I realized I didn't love myself. I'm not sure if you love me for me or who you think I am. I'm angry with you, but really, I'm angry at myself. Alright, so these were some of your messages. If these were resonating, Gemini, with your storyline, let's start the reading. I'm going to first, oh, there's one more card, sorry. Just know that I'm sorry. Alright, so these were some of your messages. If these were resonating with your storyline, let's start the reading, Gemini. I'm going to focus on this side first, who will address as person A. Then we'll move to person B. And newcomers, please remember, these are not gender-based. I'm not guessing which side Gemini is on because I could be dealing with two gems here. But if this is your reading and you've been resonating till now, you'll immediately pick up which side you're on, who this person is for you. And yes, it can be a love interest, spouse, ex, secret crush, could even be a business partner, relative, best friend, co-worker. This is a general reading. Please use your own judgment here, okay? Person A, let's focus on you. Tell me, how are you feeling right now? What's the Queen of Swords in reverse and the Judgment card? I think person A is scared now. They are really, really scared because they feel the other person has cut them out of their life or will never trust them again. I think they now do want to ask for a second chance because now they want something long-term and committed. They want to come back and prove to their person that I've learned my lesson. I've also, grown up and I've understood what this connection is. I'm willing to step up and take responsibility. Why? Because they've realized what it feels like to be left out. Now they're missing their person. Things have been stagnant for a very long time. Why? Why do you feel this way? Why do you feel things have been stagnant and, you won't get a second chance now, person A? The High Priestess, because there's been silence, I think, between the two of you. The other person, may not be talking, but it's also, this silent time has also made person A realize who their true partner is. Now they've recognized that this is a soulmate bond. This is my person, this is the person who I want to give my cup to, whose cup I want. I mean, all this quiet time has actually helped them get clarity on the fact that who they want in their life. I think in the past, this person was only more focused on their passions, could be their, their businesses or other people or something. They prioritized their action mode more than their emotional side, I think. And they could have pushed their person away, Spirit says. And now they are thinking heavily about, like, what did I choose and why did I choose that? Now they want to take a leap of faith. They are realizing whatever they did was really, really foolish. Now they want to send that message. They want to talk. But right now, I think they are kind of really going through it. They're really going through it. They're recognizing how much they hurt their person, the same person who they can't get off their minds now, the person who is like foremost on their mind, the person who they feel is their perfect match, emperor to the empress. I mean, they have got that clarity now. They have also recognized that maybe they always had love in their heart, which they never expressed. Maybe they were just too scared and guarded to express their emotions that time, or maybe they had too many things going on in their life and they couldn't make up their mind. But this quiet time has actually woken person A up, I feel. Okay, so tell me then, how do you see the connection currently, person A? How do you see person B? How do you feel about this connection right now as I'm doing the reading? 5 of Cups. I think they have a lot of regret. They have a lot of regret, shame, guilt, because I think this person really behaved badly. Maybe they thought they had all the power. They, could have been my way or the highway or, whatever I say goes. And I mean, they kind of really were sitting in their ego and pride, I feel. Now this person seems to be feeling very, very sheepish, and now they don't have any courage at all, because they feel that because of this kind of behavior, the other person has probably given up on them, has cut them away from their life, has, left them behind, is now focused on their own future, is like, how do I now rebuild? Person A says, how do I rebuild now? How do I ask them for a second chance? This person could be very, very lonely right now, and also quite miserable and sad because they feel, but now because they're recognizing what they did and why the other person got unstuck from them. Yes, they are recognizing that in their ego, in their pride, they probably broke their person's heart, may have made promises even, which they never kept. right? So okay, so let's see, the action person A will finally take is here, Gemini, which I'll open later. Let's go to the other side, see how person B is feeling, and then we'll do the action cards together. So person B, how are you feeling about this now? What's the wheel of fortune for you? Yeah, person B says, I found out some information about person A and I'm not going to give this a second chance. Yeah, person B is the one who's calling judgment and saying, they were always head over heart. They were always very practical and it was always what they wanted, when they wanted it, how they wanted it. And I thought this person was very honest and forthright and, telling me the truth. But then I found out something. That they didn't mean a word of what they were saying. And when I found out, they didn't even have the courtesy to come and apologize to me. There was no love on offer, so I released this connection. I realized that this person was just being a trickster, or they were, just giving me illusions and pretending to speak the truth when they were lying to me. So I think person B also figured out that they were lying to me because they wanted to keep the door open to be able to return as and when they wanted, maybe. Okay, so tell me, person B, why do you feel this way? Person B says, because I've figured it out when they refused to make a decision. They refused to make a decision. They kept this connection very imbalanced, and that's when I recognized that they're treating me like an option. They're lying to me, they're cheating on me, they're ghosting me, they're overriding any questions I ask them by, immature answers because they are lying. This person was lying and cheating. This was a very, very imbalanced connection. So I don't want to spend any more time grieving over them. In fact, I want to turn my life around and move on towards finding something brand new in my life. I think basically person B is very upset and very angry because they really trusted person A at one point, I feel. So they are guarded now, 9 of Wands. Yeah, they are very guarded. They are now focusing on their own happiness, making their own dreams and wishes come true because they feel that they got breadcrumbed by person A. There was no partnership here. So person B says, I'm moving towards my own happiness. I'm not, waiting around for a person who was very, very selfish and self-centered and only focusing on what they wanted, how they wanted it, getting attention from other people. No, I'm not focused on that anymore. I'm focused on my own happiness now and changing my world around and hopefully, moving on to a brand new beginning in my life. It's coming from a place of disappointment because person B feels I did invest a lot of time, energy, effort. I was hoping that they would join me and we could work on something. But this person, they broke my heart. They broke my heart and they didn't mean a word of what they were saying. So this person was probably, a player or something, and I don't want to deal with any immaturity. I'm going to focus on my own stability now. So, person B, tell me, how do you see the connection currently now? How do you see person A? How do you feel about this connection right now as I'm doing the reading? 10 of Wands. Yeah, person B says, I've reached the end. I can't do this anymore. I really tried. Person B says, I really, really tried. I really tried till the very end because I really thought we could have something long term and, commitment or marriage or something, but I never got the offer. They never offered me nothing. So the blindfold is off. I'm removing those swords from around me. I'm cutting the chains which are keeping me stuck and bound. And yes, I have taken a step back and I've recognized the reason why they never made a choice is because they wanted to have options, maybe. Right? So person B kind of has stepped back and they're doing their own healing work, I feel. So tell me then, actions. I'm going to take another deck for this one, Gemini. And while I shuffle this deck now, if the storyline has been resonating, do let me know. You can do that by tapping on the thumbs up button or leaving me a comment. And newcomers, repeating viewers, and especially repeating viewers, I just got a report from YouTube's, the algorithm says 60% of my viewers who are coming back again and again have not yet subscribed. So please show some love. I mean, all you have to do is click on the subscribe button, and if you're enjoying the readings, and that's a way of motivating me as well. That would be really nice. Thank you. And newcomers too, we welcome you. And now let's get on with the action cards. So, person A, let's start with you. Action from your end towards person B or otherwise in your own life in the next 7 days. Hanged Man in reverse. I think this person is getting enlightened. They've been through all their introspection and whatever. They are recognizing that it's person B who makes them happy. That was their sunshine. I mean, they do want to work on this connection, I feel. Let's see. Tell me more about the Hanged Man in reverse. Is this you wanting to get unstuck, or are you seeing the other person happy without you? Two of Wands, Judgment. Yes, I think they want to get unstuck. They want this happiness back. They want to be the person who they maybe pretended to be in the past. They want to be honest. They want to be clear. This person wants a second chance. They want to get unstuck from this overthinking, and they are right now planning as to how. They could be a little worried that the other person who they are very attracted to is probably attracting a lot of attention as well. Maybe, I'll have to compete for their attention or something. But more than that, they are scared of that conversation, which they do want to have. I mean, they see both of you as a perfect match. It's like King of Swords to the Queen of Swords. So they do want to have that conversation. An honest conversation. It may just start off as maybe a message or something, or a very, maybe a like on a post or something. If they get a feedback from the other side that person B is still interested, oh my God, nothing can stop them. They'll come rushing back. They'll come rushing back because they can't take their eyes off person B, who they feel is their person, the person they want to grow old with, the person who they want to be in a committed relationship with. But they know that before that, they probably have to have that conversation as to why they took so long to, choose. So I don't know how long this person is going to wait and think and plan, but this is what they want to do. Okay, so person B, what about you? Action from your end towards person A or otherwise in your own life in the next 7 days. 9 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, they're not stressing. They're not having any sleepless nights. I mean, that's like, I'm done with that Omkaratarot. I used to wonder where they're at, what they're up to, what they're with, but I'm not stressing over them anymore. Then what you up to in the next 7 days? 10 of Wands, packed my bags. They made me feel abandoned, left out in the cold. I think person B is writing off person A as just a player. And they were just a player. They just wanted passion and nothing else. I'm doing my own healing work right now. I think person B is not stressing. In fact, they either have already healed themselves to a great degree, or they are still continuing their healing process. Like I said, they are kind of writing off person A and saying, yeah, they left me out in the cold, but it's okay. And they were just immature. They were just a player. I already know who they are, and, I figured them out. So person B says, now that I've figured them out, I don't have to stress over them anymore. I was betting on the wrong horse, kind of a thing. So tell me about the King of Pentacles in reverse. Overall energy for Gemini's reading today, Spirit. King of Pentacles in reverse. 4 of Pentacles. This is person B, who's like I said, it's like, yeah, they never stepped up. They showed me who they were. They were not ready for anything long-term committed. So I'm going to hold back. I'm saving all my energy, love, everything for myself right now. So I don't think person B is even expecting that person A even still remembers them or sees them as their, long-term partner or anything like that. So they are focused on just standing up for themselves and, living a good life, healed, focusing on what they need to do next. Whereas person A seems to be like, oh my God, what have I done? How do I now reach out? Will they talk to me? I'll have to have that conversation. I'll have to explain myself. But I do. This is the person who makes me happy. So that's what I have for you. Till next time then, Gemini. Love and light. Take care. Namaste.